Welcome back, my poets, to Poetry 101 Bonus Week. It's called Bonus Week because this video will supposedly be shorter. I don't know. Some of the actual lessons are really short. This is Poetry 101. We're just teaching the basics. It's Bonus Week because the class I teach has spring break. So, Bonus Week. Today we are talking about concrete poetry, and I'll explain what that is in a minute. But first, let me read our poem. It says, "Hey diddle diddle, I traded my fiddle to Mary for her set of drums. Cal trades with spoon, who picks a fine tune. Jack-a-dandy's harmonica hums. Rudy toot toot, Willie trades his flute. John's trumpet rumbles and blares. We go round and round, trying each sound in a game of musical chairs." Pretty simple, right? There's not going to be a plot twist here that it's not actually simple. If you've ever been in an English class, or if you've ever been in Miss Christie's English class and done her poetry assignment, you might know what a concrete poem is. A concrete poem is a poem with a shape. This one's a guitar. A lot of the shapes are just like tree. And this one was a guitar. So this is the one I thought was interesting. This poem, I'm thinking, is by Dana Smith, because at the bottom of the image I found, it says, "Copyright 2018, Dana Smith, all rights reserved." Concrete poetry is poems that have a shape. They are written to be seen a certain way. So remember how I have frequently said in these videos that there are no rules when it comes to poetry. There's just like the guidelines, like the guardrails you put around your poetry. There's different forms you put your poems in. You can do limerick, which is a certain amount of syllables and a certain amount of lines. Same thing with haikus. Then there's very literal. You are going to give your poem a form. Now, again, same as with one of the recent videos, this is not something that I'm like, this is going to make you the best poet ever. Shakespeare never did these. I don't think Wordsworth did these. Dickinson didn't do these. However, it is something fun, fresh, new, creative. And why am I just describing different qualities of like hair care? It is something that can get your poetry juices and creative juices flowing. I like doing poems like this as like a warm-up. Again, warm-ups can be great. Sometimes you don't have anything to write, you sit your butt down and you start writing. As someone who's written multiple books, a lot of my books are just me sitting down and going, I'm going to keep writing and it's not going to be good, but eventually we'll get to the part that matters. Now, the problem is actually editing out those parts that don't matter, which I did for my most recent book. Aria Dalton didn't sign up for this. You can check it out at the link below or on lulu.com when you search AC Ham or Aria Dalton didn't sign up for this. I'm getting very good at promo. Concrete poetry is the type of form that you are giving it. You can do something really simple. It is a mushroom. You might notice here, this is how it is formatted. So hey diddle diddle is like not the way you would actually read it in order to make it work. And that's fine. If you Google concrete poetry, you're going to see a lot of images of like, it's the outline of a shoe and the whole words go around the outline instead of like filling out like the whole form. It's just the outline of it. That's fine. You can also do that. A lot of the images I found for that didn't have poems, even though I had Googled concrete poetry. That is it for today. This has been your bonus video of this semester. I'm pretty sure this is our last bonus video of the year. We will be wrapping up the end of Poetry 101 and the beginning of May, but I do have plans for the rest of Poetry 101, eventually probably Poetry 102. There's just some interesting poem things that I have found that I want to talk about. You can subscribe here. You can watch the rest of the series over here. My personal favorite is the Language of Poetry video. If you want to see any of my poems, they are over on my Instagram at @officialjustinstrikes. Everything is linked in the bio. I'll see y'all next week.